Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Revere Skyes, Revere Skyes Essence. Let's reflect. Definitely let's reflect. It's time to reflect. If you realize one thing for certain, every other country and every other continent, even down to the European countries, have culture. But when it comes down to the U.S. citizens, the indigenous that have been blacklisted, there is no culture. And the culture that is available is not globally recognized. It's not nationally recognized. It's not even a national holiday. The only holidays that we have come from European immigrants, aliens. When you look at how the U.S. territory got robbed of its culture, it's beyond belief. When you go to other countries, other continents, these people live and breathe culture, and they benefit from their land. Their land provides, where our land has been stripped of so many natural resources, vegetation wise, that the abundance is gone, the prosperity is gone, okay? And I reflect and I look at America. When I look at America, I don't look at America as United States. I look at America as a whole. Canada, United States, Mexico, South America. I look at it as a whole. And as I look at it, I see how undeveloped parts of the world are more fruitful and more abundant and more peaceful. The only way there's no peace, and you see messed up content, that's because people use European tactics to divide and conquer, to break the spirit, to disconnect, get people so mad or so disgusted with their own area that they want to flee. Okay? They do that to all natural environments. You get rid of the protectors of the land, and then you have the land. You make them feel so bad, so disgusted, fearful for their life, that they just don't want to be there no more. They want a better life. When in fact, really, it's the United States construct the better life. To me, it's just a prison. It's just weather wars, manipulation of frequency, a lunatic asylum. Nothing about the United States speaks freedom, nurturing, protection. The leaders are not protecting us. Look at the ingredients in the food. Look at the weather. Look at the sky. All you got to do is look at the sky and watch those white lines spread across the sky day in and day out. It's a frequency war on humanity. Every region of the United States is supposed to be fruitful and abundant of its natural vegetation, and it lacks it tenfold. It lacks it. We're supposed to have wild pears, wild peaches, wild scuppernines and muscadines. We're supposed to have wild prickly pear. We're supposed to have wild pumpkin, wild squash. Wild dates. Real dates are still supposed to be growing in the southeast. What are we actually dealing with? It's really time to reflect. My soul wants to be in an environment where weather cannot be manipulated, where people cannot be manipulated, where sacred energy is still abundant, where the magnetism from the ground can still come up into your home with healing powers. Reflect on this. Why keep allowing smart devices to collect data from you, from your DNA structure? Why keep allowing that? Why keep digging your hole deeper? Don't you know the more activity we put into social engineering, they're building more and more construct around us? Reflect on that. Just like how our vessels receive information from multiple dimensions, universes, and source, the same way they can piggyback off that information and decrypt it. I gotta find the video. I probably spoke about it in a few videos. But I flipped over on my stomach. I don't know. I think something flipped me over on my stomach. And it wanted to know where I come from. You have to be in pitch blackness. If you have ancient DNA, you will see symbols in your psyche, in your consciousness. It will open up a whole portal to who you are, where you come from. Now, this must have scared the entity that wanted to know who I was, okay? It scared the entity so bad that it tried to take me off of my pedestal, off of my divine nature. So I'm flipped over on my stomach, head in the pillow, face down. Now, I tried to do this myself and I couldn't even breathe in the pillow. But for some reason, whether that was my oversoul or whatever, it flipped me over, face down in the pillow, and it was pitch blackness. And I could see all these gold symbols. It was like a pure registry of my psyche, where I come from, who I am. And I could not, there was no fonts or symbols that I could imagine. Then one day, about 6 months later to a year, I'm not quite sure, I was sun gazing and I was waiting on this store to open up. And I said, and if soul is going to connect with you, soul is going to connect with you in light seconds. Meaning, while you're fathoming and trying to think of things, soul has already sent you the answer. I'm talking about the celestial sun, the transformer in the sky, okay? I'm talking about that portal, soul, S-O-L. I said, so what language was that in my head? And I was about to say, and my soul, which I am, that's my outer reflection of my inner core. Before I can finish the sentence, soul said, Lumeria. And this helicopter that had to be cloaked just popped up out of thin air, I would say within 5 to 10 seconds, and beelined across the sun to distract me and my connectedness. When soul said Lumeria, it's Lumerian text, I bust out crying. Okay? And as this helicopter was coming across the sky, I was like, they would never want me to access that. They would never want me to access that streaming data from that dimension. When you got helicopters that can cross your path instantaneously, I mean black op helicopters. I mean solid black, no font, no markers, just solid black. That is a matrix agent vibration. We're always watching you. We're always monitoring you. We can see through your eyes. We can hear your thoughts. So again, back to the U.S. and culture. Let's trade places. Let's trade places. There's a lot of people that want to come to this country and experience the American dream. Maybe it's time, with no force, we trade places. Allow these people to come into the country with their cultures. Let them come and let us leave. They put up fake borders. We used to migrate with the seasons. We used to go south. And then, you know, America is so beautiful. All of those Mongoloids that came across the Bering Strait went south and never came back up. They were so happy to get out of that alien grade manipulation, weather manipulation. They never went back up. They don't even care to know that they came from somewhere near the North Pole or something. Like, they don't care. They don't question it. It's fruitful. It's abundant. And Florida and California is only so big, and Texas is a weaponized Canadian zone. And all the desert states are under purgatory. We might need to trade places. Allow them in and us out. We have to get in a fruitful environment. We have to. Think about that long and hard and reflect. Unearth the magic. The truth will definitely set you free. Mwah.